I was working with a client last year who had been in a leadership role for approximately about a year. And he was really struggling because at the end of that year, he was noticing that he had not been able to move his team in the direction that he had wanted them to go in. And not only that, at the rate at which he had wanted them to go in as well. And he came to me and he said, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And so when we kind of unpacked it and I asked him, what drove you to take this leadership position in the first place? And he sort of said to me, are you kidding? This is the first time in my career where I've actually been in a position of power. And what we recognized was that underneath that there was actually a need for power. He'd gone through some certain experiences in his life and in his career, which had left him feeling pretty powerless. And so this void of power had built up inside of him. And he found that when he was comparing himself to other people and they were in control and they seemed to have power, and he was getting really jealous and frustrated, and he could feel this almost this urge to just have some power. Now in his mind, power was control, and that was the issue. So he had gone into this role believing that he was now going to be in control of everything, which led him to essentially be a dictator. Every time that there was a meeting, he ran the meeting. He didn't listen to people's ideas. He gave all of the ideas, and instead of sort of asking for ideas, he was just giving instructions. His team, obviously receiving this year, like just throughout the whole entire year, just got to a point where they were like, what are we even doing in that meeting? Why are we there? We're not getting to express our ideas. We're not being able to express our creativity. We're not being able to come up with solutions. We're just being told what to do. It's like being back at school. And so they just became incredibly demotivated. So every time he asked them to do something, they didn't do it with any kind of sense of urgency. The company morale was low. The attitude of the team was just very down. And so when we looked at what actually needed to happen within himself, we realized that there was just this void of power that he really needed to begin to fill from within. Building his confidence, looking for his strengths, acknowledging his weaknesses, acknowledging where he needed to improve, but really looking for where does he have control and where does he have power. And that's always within us. We have control and power over our emotions, our thoughts, our behaviors, our actions, and our decisions. When you gain the power there, you are more likely to be operating from a really good place of confidence. And when you're operating from a place of confidence, you don't need to exert control. You don't need to exert power, because you're feeling confidence from within. And you fully recognize that power is actually influence. And people will like you and follow you and be with you every single step of the way as long as they like you, trust you, and know you. The moment you dictate to them, you've broken that trust, you've broken that likability, and they won't follow you, and they really will not want to do anything that you tell them to do.